dash of x equals, the 7 is just the coefficient, so it's fine. So I'll do 7 cos x. Let's try this one, b. It's going to take the chain rule because it's got other stuff in here besides just an x. So I'll go, okay, the derivative of cos is negative sign, and I keep all that stuff in there. And so I'm just doing this part of it. Then I do times the derivative of that. So 2x plus 2. So the final answer, I probably would write it like this. I'd use the negative, and I'd put this out the front so I don't get confused about what the argument of the sign is. And that's what I do. Okay. Now, sometimes you have degrees in here. And when you have degrees in here, you must change it to radians before you can differentiate. So just, this is a good revision to say, okay, I need to multiply 6x by pi on 180. That's how I change things to radians, degrees to radians. This is like a 1 underneath there, so that goes in here once, goes in pi x on 30. So I have y equals sine of pi x on 30. So dy dx, the derivative, is equal to, okay, cos of that times chain rule, the derivative of this. So inside here, this is the number that's in front of the x. Okay, so that's times pi on 30. And if I rewrote that, I'd probably put this in front as the coefficient. Whoops, and then the bracket. All right, let's do this one here. So it says determine the equation of the tangent to the curve. Okay, as soon as it says equation of the tangent, I know I need two things. I need the gradient of the tangent, and I get that with the derivative. Derivative at x equals pi on 3. So I take the derivative and evaluate it at pi on 3. And I also need a point that's on the curve. And the point on the curve is that they're asking about is that one. And then I have to put that back in to get the y. So to get this y, I need to put pi on 3 in there. So I'm going to go y equals sine of 3 times pi on 3 plus 1. 3 times pi on 3 is just pi, and the sine of pi is 0. So this is 1 here. 0 plus 1. I'll write it here so you can remember. All right, and then I use my, let's do the derivative. So y dash equals cos 3x times by 3, chain rule. Derivative of 1 is 0. So this is 3 cos 3x. And I need to evaluate at x equals pi on 3. So then I can say the gradient of the tangent is 3 cos 3 times pi on 3. Let's cross out. Cos of pi, negative 1. This is negative 3. Now, the next thing I need to remember is the equation of a line. The equation of a line that we use for these is that. Hopefully everybody's been doing that. And so I get y minus 1, y1 times x minus pi on 3. And it's fine with me if you leave it like that. If you don't want to leave it like that and you want to get it in that kind of y equals mx plus c formula, you can write it like that. Okay. You have some problems down there at the bottom.